Hey, I'm Paul Stanley. Now, I'm going to be the guest for the next hour. When they said to me, Paul, you want to be a guest just before Christmas? I said, well, I'm not so sure I can do it because I've got all these Christmas presents to wrap. And they said to me, bring them on over and we can wrap them here. So, you stay tuned.
What you playing, man? What you hearing, man? What you rating, man? Vinyl owner. Vinyl boner. 2-hour drinking is on. Time to hear that song. Vynyl Countdown. Vinyl Countdown.
There's like a cheeseburger and liquor party going on here.
Hey, Merry Vinyl, Miss.
Yeah, Merry VB.
Hey Jack, who did White Christmas? Who submitted White Christmas?
Joe Barkey, Brooke County's prosecutor.
Bill Clinton.
Joe Barkey, Brooke County's prosecutor.
County prosecutor?
Yeah, Brooke.
Brooke County prosecutor.
Yeah.
How about I just text him?
I've got our 12 vinyl boners right here.
Vinyl boner.
You know what's fascinating is I looked at the numbers and there are people that are sitting for the length of Hunky Dory or Pearl or Lester's Pageant. They're actually 25. Either that or they've started watching and they died at some point.
If they do that, can we send them like a survey to find out what's wrong with them?
I don't know. All they gotta do is comment. I just want one comment on YouTube from these people.
No one comments at all?
Watch the. What did he think? I have no idea. That's why commenting is so important in today's society.
Once you get one comment, by the third comment, it's just going to be racist shit.
I don't know if I should say this tonight.
I'll remember to watch my Christmas vinyl language.
You guys ready? All right, welcome to the Christmas edition of the Vynyl Countdown. We got a full boat. Everybody's here today. Everybody in Weirden. Scott B. Woodsy, the artist formerly known as Schick, John B., and also Chris Wilson, who's serving up beverages right now.
Hi.
We got Bill Hicks down there in Charleston, West Virginia, too.
Hey, kids.
What we did was we got 24 nominations, made them into a playlist. We all voted 0 to 10, and what we tried to do is narrow this down to the top 12 vinyl boner songs of Christmas. Kind of like the 12 days of Christmas. We got tons of stuff. We got stuff from Chops over in England. Thank you, Chops.
Yeah,
A guy named Riverboat Captain from New Zealand.
He is my new favorite.
And then
shout out to Riverboat Captain.
I'm your captain.
let's start off the countdown. It's Paul McCartney. Wonderful Christmas Time. Much to my chagrin, I hate that song. But everybody else here seemed to love it. So it came in at number 12. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say that song, every time I hear it at the store, I get nauseated. I hear those little keyboards at the beginning. I'm going to leave the room and you guys can talk about it while I go get myself a drink about how wonderful, wonderful Christmas time is.
Schick, what's your thoughts on it?
I judge my songs by how fast I return the station before they come on the radio. That song I'd probably leave it on the radio for maybe a couple minutes and then I'll turn it. So yeah, it's a good song. I don't mind it.
It's good enough that you only want to hear it for 1 month and never hear it again until the...
Doesn't that make it a perfect Christmas song?
I gave it a 6. I think that Paul McCartney got a little lazy on this one.
Out of these 24, I like it. It's easily was in the upper half of what
I'm shocked it's only number 12, actually.
I think that it landed right among the 24 songs. I thought it might make it up to about 10 or 9, but out of the 24, I think that's about right.
Hey, Justin, whose pick was that?
That was Adam Howe's pick.
I like it, but it's completely phoned in. Yeah.
All right, so up to number 11. Number 11 is from the Riverboat Captain in New Zealand.
I'm your captain.
Out of nowhere, just tweeted back when I asked. It's Jimmy Butler, Top Jimmy Butler.
Oh, Jimmy!
With Trim Your Tree. I had never heard that song before. And innuendo is quite refreshing.
It's very subtle.
Go ahead, Bill.
I loved it. I think I gave it an 8. It was one of the 3 or 4 songs I loved hearing over and over again as I listened to this playlist.
Dave, how did you feel about Trim Your Tree? Is that something that Elaine and Mike played whenever you guys grew up, or no? How many times could that song go until you finally picked up on that last line? Riverboat Captain, if you're listening, thank you very much. I don't know anything about you except you're from New Zealand and you have good taste in music.
Christmas songs that have
cheers.
innuendos in them. That's
And
all
he
I know about
probably is
Riverboat
affiliated
Captain.
with the river in some way.
And what's Jimmy Butler up to these days? Is he dead or alive?
Oh, Jimmy!
Number 10 is from Cassidy Wilson, Julie's pick with She and Him. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas came in at number 10. John, this is where you bring up your favorite Zoe Deschanel story now.
She did that scene with Prince with the butterfly and the new girl. Very cool. The song's good. I mean, I don't know. It's just the standard, right? I gave it like a 7, I think.
I gave it a 7.
Yeah, it's good. It's just, but
I think it got 7s across the board, and Slow and Steady usually gets you in.
In my notes, I put hipster cool.
my dad used to brag.
He goes to it around July.
He has. He go, I have 274 Christmas records.
And I'll fight any man that's different.
And now John has I
have 274 Christmas records.
I know.
God, how much She and Him do you have in your collection?
When I had the Zune, I actually had 2 She and Him albums, but my Zune doesn't really work that often, so I don't have any right now.
That was Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas at number 10. That was a good pick. It fared much better than 14 others, including all the Little Drummer Boys, which I'll tell you right now, we're not seeing any of.
Chick is gone.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chick. Wait, don't go. Don't go. Where's he going?
Ho, ho, ho. I'm Paul Stanley.
None of the Little Drummer Boys made it. So, Bill, you start out. What was your favorite Little Drummer Boy that was submitted?
Little Drummer Boy interlude.
My goodness, that was a piece of work, man.
That guitar at the end sounds like The Clash or something, man. Who submitted Pat Benatar's, or not Pat, Joe Jett? It might as well be Pat Benatar.
I left that at a 5 because I just was torn between whether I hated it or I thought it was brilliant.
Of the Drummer Boy song, that is the best.
Hates Bob Seger, so.
I never knew the hate for Bob Seger until this past week and everything, man. Chick, the guy to your left there hates Bob Seger. No, don't go. Don't
just
go.
walked out.
I called Bob Seger Baby Jesus.
Chick picked Bob Seger's Little Drummer Boy. Ooh. And Scott Davis picked the Bowie, Ben Crosby Little Drummer Boy. So who exactly picked the Joan Pat Benatar Jet Little Drummer Boy there?
A regular at Cafe Milano.
Dave's gonna tell us the background on this song.
So the reason why he picked it was because Joan Jett specifically states out in the song, "When I come, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum." It's the reason why he picked the song.
Out of every Christmas song ever, that's why he chose that.
That was why he chose it.
Obviously, he never heard Backdoor Santa.
Bowie and Bing got 56 points. Joan Jett got 55.
Jeez.
Bob Seger got 26. No, come back, man. Bowie and Bing and Low were the 2 cutoffs. And if it means anything to Chick, Little Drummer Boy by Seger did rank higher than Sock It To Me Santa, which was our lowest. Bobby C, he gave us Sock It To Me Santa. Thank you, Bobby C, but it did not rank well at all. So.
This is the week before Christmas, and I'm in the Christmas spirit a little bit early.
All right, let's get on with the countdown here. Number 9 went to Greg Lake with I Believe in Father Christmas. That song used to scare me as a child. And also, Greg Lake died on Wednesday.
The links that Greg Lake would go to so he could make it onto the Vynyl Countdown Christmas. You gotta admire that.
He probably got a death bump there from dying this week and helped him jump up. I bet you if Bowie died in November instead of January, he would have got the vinyl boner bump right there. Bro.
I had never heard this Greg Lake song before. I was like, okay, this is a weirdly depressing song until I got to the end, and I'm like, okay, it's an uplifting song. And then as I was driving yesterday in my car, it amazingly came on the radio right after like a Don Henley song and it sounded so much better than the YouTube version I had to listen to. Over the radio, it sounded so much better, and I started to fall in love with it, and I ranked it a lot higher. I changed my rank on it.
Yeah, I hadn't listened to that for a long time, and man, the orchestration of that's quite top notch. I'm going to listen to a lot of Emerson, Lake and Palmer this week coming up. I probably won't. Not only that, Bill, but I was talking to somebody at work last week, and I was like, you know who's not dead? John Glenn. John Glenn's not dead. And what happened this week? John Glenn died.
Well, they like almost killed him like a week ago, like up at the North Pole or something.
That wasn't Glenn. That's Buzz Aldrin.
Oh, was that Aldrin?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Get your astronauts
Get my
straight.
astronauts. I got my astronauts backwards.
All right, number 8 is Scott Bryceland's pick.
Correct.
Clarence Carter, Backdoor Santa, coming in at number 8.
Who am I? I'm not the backdoor guy.
Yes, you are. You called and said,
It's 9 a.m. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Send someone over for some backdoor action at Tim's place.
I did not say cock-a-doodle-doo.
You can't control how the backdoor Santa gets.
Is Scott even in there? Scott's not even in there right now.
back
Backdoor
there.
Santa tied with Craig Lake for points.
I'm surprised this isn't in the top 3.
I gave Backdoor Santa a 9.
And then you asked for the backdoor action.
Backdoor
No,
action.
no, I'm not the backdoor guy.
Yes, you are.
Clarence Carter is awesome. Number 2, Christmas in Hollis, which I don't know where it shook out on your list, is one of the greatest Christmas songs of all time. And Christmas in Hollis is based off it's based off of this song.
Bill was talking about that when me and Bill were chatting before you guys showed up. We were talking that we never knew that Clarence Carter and Christmas in Hollis were married like that.
Well, now you know.
Stay tuned. We got lots more for you. Around Christmas time, I really want to get into your house, so this was the best way to do it.
All right, let's get on with the countdown. Number 7 on the list is John Boyd's pick. Do They Know It's Christmas? From Band-Aid. I mentioned to Jack that song always reminds me of shopping at Hill's department store.
Hills has the hits, LPs or cassettes.
Wait, is Band-Aid? Is it made it this high?
6.
Whoa, wow. It introduced Bono to the United States.
It was number 7.
It's a great song.
It's a fun song. I gave it a 9. I enjoyed Band. I love that song, man.
Yeah, it's so much
we never
better
listened
than
to it in my house, so I had to go to Hill's department store to actually hear that song.
Hills.
Because when it comes on, it's great. It's got great lyrics. You're trying to pick out the voices, and then after the first chorus, it kind of hits a cliff and falls apart, and they get a little too preachy. And
I still want to know, do they know it's Christmas? Why is Bob Geldof forcing Christmas upon these people?
I don't know. Good question.
Where does he get up?
To get it back to vinyl, if you have the B-side of this, and you can listen to the B-side, which I believe is called Feed the World, all it is like, hello, Merry Christmas. Remember, there's starving kids in Africa. And it's just people, like, it's so great. The B-side is worth the price of admission. In that video, Simon Le Bon and Boy George are bigger stars than Bono. That's what's so great about that song right there.
Well, but that's the thing about it.
George Michael, way bigger than Bono when that was out. He was huge.
But we talked about
That's
it
what she
earlier.
said.
Oh, that's Sting. That's Bono. Oh, and there's some girl from Duran or from Bananarama.
And there's 18 guys from Kool and the Gang.
Yeah, the whole gang's there.
They're all there.
It's mostly just the gang.
The only Americans invited.
What are you guys recording?
Unpack your
Oh, come
gear,
on in
guys.
here, Cole. Bring the gang with you.
We like to take a taste of alcohol.
All right, we're moving along here. Number 6, Jason Zaneski gave us number 6.
You're kidding me. 6? It
And
got this high.
that is
What was it?
Albert King's Santa Claus Wants Some Lovin'.
Good. I know it's a good one.
Dave, how do you feel about Santa Claus Wants Some Lovin', man?
I think it was good. I'm like, when I looked at it, I was like, why have I not heard this song before? I don't know my thoughts on it. I thought it was good.
42 years on this earth, and it took until now to hear
First
that.
time you've heard
gold.
Well, Jason Zaneski's been hoarding that song. He proudly presented that. Then he texted me and said, that is the #1 Christmas song.
He's
right
damn
there
right.
in the Zaneski household.
He's very proud of his pick.
His children sing it.
Which it was good. It's a great tune. I've heard it before, but kind of forgot about it. Actually.
I had never heard it before that I could remember. I gave it a 7. I liked it a lot. Give Z big props for that one.
I laughed, I cried, it touched my heart. It was much better than Cats.
Everybody ranks Santa Claus Wants Some Lovin' pretty
Much
high.
better than Cats.
Schick, have you ever heard of this song before?
No.
He's still upset about Bob's.
Better.
Good lucky I'm still here.
I gave that a 10.
I think Jack gave it the lowest number.
That is not my horny Santa Claus. Clarence Carter sings about my horny Santa Claus.
Send someone over for some backdoor action.
I refuse to recognize that.
I like it.
Oh,
Hashtag not my horny Santa.
All right, so number 5 on the list is from Jack's better half, from Heather, Andy Williams.
Heather ultimately picked 592 Christmas songs. And we
Listening to
keep
them, I was like-
switching right before I sent you the text that was it. This is it. No final, no takebacks.
No, wait, this is it. No, wait.
It started off as a Snoopy song, right? Isn't that what you wanted at first?
Oh, Snoopy and the Red Baron?
Yeah, that's what I was expecting to be here.
Happy holidays, did well then.
Happy Holidays came in 5th. I loved it. I gave it a 10. Usually, I want to use that as bump music at work. Give me some Andy Williams.
Whenever I used to work at Kroger's for a 5-hour shift, I would hear that song exactly 5 times. So it's not really high on my radar.
Just for the record, the U.S. Postal Service just showed up and
My
delivered a
favorite
package
part.
on a Sunday.
Someone just got a package at the door.
Yes.
Was it the back door?
The backdoor action.
Backdoor
No,
action.
no, I'm not the backdoor guy.
Yes, you are.
You could hear him. He took the sweater off for that take. He was all business.
I just love it because he just starts rhyming stuff in that song too. He's like, it's skippity boop and bippity bop.
I did not say cock-a-doodle-doo.
Number 4 is the guy that just grabbed a package at the door.
Hey.
That is Wilson.
Every time we do this one, the place lights up just like a damn Christmas tree.
And Run DMC with Christmas in Hollis came in number 4.
How is that not number 1?
That is a 10 out of 10.
What's your backstory on Christmas in Hollis?
I was a big Run DMC
Tell them.
fan. It was 6th grade when that first album I got came out. Man, this song was amazing. Everything I wanted about Halloween, Halloween.
Run DMC's Halloween in Hollis is my favorite.
That
of the
is a
two,
good
man.
one as well. I like this one better. I was in a park once and I found a wallet, and it turned out to be Santa Claus's wallet. So I can relate to the song. I know where they're coming from. When I thought, what is my number 1 Christmas song? That's immediately what popped into my head.
There's just not enough Christmas songs from the hip hop community in general.
That's a novelty song that is like above a novelty song. It
It
actually is like a better than novelty song.
I concur.
So you're saying it's better than Clarence Carter?
Clarence Carter isn't a novelty song.
Certainly better than Bob Seger. Shit. Jack, what do you think? How do you feel about Bob Seger being disliked more than Run DMC here?
Not here.
We're doing this tonight. This is going out live on the radio.
What's next?
Number 3. Hancock County prosecutor Bill Brooks has a number 3 song. Bing Crosby, White Christmas, at a number 3. Jack, tell us the story about Bill Brooks, since there's really nothing to say about White Christmas.
I've never met Bill Brooks, but he's a hell of a nice guy, I guess. His name is Joe Barkey.
Let me ask this, guys.
Bing Crosby, White Christmas.
Who likes?
It's a classic.
Who has watched the White Christmas movie?
I think I've seen like parts of it. Like
It's one of Christie's favorite movies.
I've never seen the whole thing.
I watch it every year. I recommend it. Watch it from beginning to end.
Dance, huh?
Is that a Turner Classic movie at this point? Is that where you would catch that? I was just being told that we needed to watch
Is
it.
Paul Newman in it? Is that Paul Newman movie?
Just pull it up on Netflix.
Paul Newman's not in that one.
Is Paul Newman in a Christmas movie?
Any movie Paul Newman's into Christmas.
We like to take a taste of alcohol.
All right, number 2.
Here we go.
Belongs to Dave Braceland, who's sitting there. I don't know what he has in his hand. He's watching the football game, isn't he? Number 2 is the Kinks' Father Christmas. Wilson had never heard this song before.
Really?
Right? So he was pleasantly surprised is what he put in his
I was
list.
gonna say I had to turn it because I didn't want my kids to listen to it.
Which song was this?
Father Christmas?
Yeah, I like that song. I'd never really heard it before. I think I've heard it like on DVD and never really paid attention because the refrain is familiar, but I was like, I've never really listened to the words. And yeah, it's fantastic. They're kicking the shit out of Santa and taking all his cash. It's awesome.
I was surprised that it's at this high. I really thought people were over it. It's the one song when I was a kid I always looked forward to hearing on the radio. I mean, because there was no internet, you couldn't go on and search it out.
It's a fun song, man. It's a fun Christmas to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Dave,
I remember
Dave,
waiting for it too every year.
As I listen to it more and more, and you know I'm biased toward the Kinks.
You are, Bill.
This song could be the animus for "Do They Know It's Christmas?" It's while you're there drinking your wine. Remember the kids who don't have.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Pittsburgh?
And we'll kick the shit out of Santa if we have to.
There is a spirit here tonight. We can feel it. It's in the house. It's inside us.
Number 1 with the total of 70 points belongs to Steubenville's own Dean Martin with Walking in a Winter Wonderland.
Wow.
That's Amy Howe.
Amy Howe with that pick right there.
Amy
So
Howe.
does she win something?
Married to the
She's won
town.
Christmas.
What do you?
If this song doesn't win, the system's rigged.
I
She
think
intros her own
that's
song.
more
a
important
prize.
than an Emmy, Justin. I think this.
Yeah.
This list. More
Yeah,
important
getting-
than an Emmy.
That is Let me see who else we didn't. Let's touch on a couple other here. Sorry, Bill. The Partridge Family did not score well. Can you give us some background on the Partridge Family there?
It's a favorite family album from when I was a kid. It's full of covers. The song I picked was the first song on the album. It's the only original song on the album. Love Song to the World. It's a great song, and I'm shocked that it didn't get into the top 12.
Yes, it ranked 22nd out of the 24 songs. I think everyone gave it like a 5. Everyone was indifferent to the Partridge.
Albert the last one?
Brad Brown, thank you for Elton John. He did not make it. Got some low scores.
I thought that was a good jam. It was a pretty fun song. I like it too.
The song was okay, but the
I gave it an 8.
I gave that a 2.
I didn't say put a lot of effort.
Plug your ears a little bit. It's every other Elton John song ever.
The Wilsons did not like Step Into Christmas.
No.
Mary Garland got a 50.9 because Jack gave it a 9.9.
I gave it that 9.9 because I didn't want to give it a 10 because Greg Lake had died. And I gave him his 10. Gave him his props.
Should we call him?
You gave Greg Lakes his death props there for sure. Thank you, Chops. Chops gave us Low Just Like Christmas. I enjoyed that song. A few other people gave it some good numbers too. Herb Albert. Listen to how Scott Braceland ranked these songs. He gave everything an 8, and he gave Herb Albert a 3.
Talk about lazy.
Scott, what was it about the Herb Albert song that you didn't like?
I keep hearing that song and I'm like, oh my god, skip, and then I get stuck. I couldn't skip.
Skip.
I can't skip.
You skipped the bell that couldn't jingle.
I only gave it a 6, I think.
You're garbage. You're all idiots.
Listen, the intro is horrible.
It is.
And I like every song except for the Herb Alpert song.
Even with Scott's grading system, it finished a point higher than the Partridge Family, though.
Rigged. It's obviously rigged.
Yes, there's going to be a recount. Jill Stein's already called me. The other two we got Elmo and Patsy.
I hate
Grandma Got Ran Over. That's a terrible tune. Me and Dave chatted about that via text last night.
That an 8? I apologize for giving that an 8. I hate that worse than Herb Alpert.
Schick, do you have a story about Seeger and Little Drummer Boy? What is it that you like about that song?
I'm just a Seeger fan, and I like the song. I like the song no matter who sings it, but when somebody sings it that you like, I think that just ups.
There you go.
I gave it a 6. I thought it's a good tune. Finally, one more song we're gonna get in here. Sam Stillwell's Bob and Doug, The 12 Days of Christmas.
I thought when I didn't hear it,
you helped bring down Bob and Doug.
Me too.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be top 5. I gave it pretty high.
I'm shocked that it isn't higher.
I gave it.
I think the Russians might have influenced this election.
I didn't give it a 10.
I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 2. Bill gave it a 4.
What?
I gave it a 3.
Me and Bill did not like it. Yeah, I never liked that tune.
I mean, I remember as friends like goofing and singing it, but that was to each other. Having to sit and listen to that song, no.
I do have Bob and
You
Doug
guys hate
action
SCTV.
figures.
It's no wonder.
Ho, ho, ho. I'm Paul Stanley.
That's it, though. That's our 12. Thank you to everybody who turned that in.
Is Bill gone? I think so, yeah.
What happened to Bill?
Bill had to go. He was saying bye-bye. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Final Countdown!
Is he coming back? Or are we done with it?
That was it.
All right.